Hey, welcome back everybody. Today I took a ride out to my good friend John's house. For those of you who don't know, John has a 98 Mustang GT. He also, I believe he was the first to have the supplemental harness, okay? And I'm going to have John actually show you a few things on this. John, if you don't mind coming here, can you please show everyone how to remove this connector? This is one of the first things they ask you to do if you're going to start to add some pins to these connectors. Now this is connector C, there's no B and there's no A because they're in the car. So John, can you show everyone how do you remove this cover?
Alright, so I think the easiest way to do it is you just take it with this plastic screen facing you, take a flathead screwdriver, put it in the side, and just...
Sure. There we go.
It just pops out like that.
Just pops out.
Yep. Just be gentle and it will come right out.
Okay, how do they remove a pin? Can we remove one of these pins?
Sure, so each of these is locked in. There's a little tab. I'm using a small pick here. If you put the pick in and grab the tab, backside grab the wire. I'm going to make a note of which wire I'm taking out this gray one, depressing the tab with the pick here, and wire just slides right out.
Alright, very good. Now, I know this is important because you mentioned it to me. When you put these in, there's a way they have to go in. And I want to show everybody, if you can see the top of that, there's a notch, open notch. Can you just point to that, John, real quick?
That notch right there.
That opening right there, okay.
Yep.
That has to be placed how, John?
That needs to face wherever the tab is that you're going to depress.
Okay.
Because the tab is going to go into that notch.
All right.
So if you're looking at on the top row,
which you're not going to be able to see it if I put the camera
tab is above
there.
it.
Yes.
So this is just going to go in, push it in. Actually heard a little click there.
Yep.
Now it's not going to come back out.
And then what about the red cover? Let's say we're done with all our moving our wires. What do we do?
Put it on.
Done. All right. John, what are these wires for?
These are the extra wires that are going to go into, so this is position C, these are going to go into A and B, which are already in the car.
Okay.
So you're going to have to take the A and B out in order to put these in the right spot.
Okay. Is this going to reach?
Yes.
All right. So no soldering, no nothing here. Just wire them into your next connector. All right. On my harness, now everyone's harness is going to be a little bit different. I have a couple, like I said, some of the wires are terminated and they have plugs on them. John, what are these two plugs for? So
this tannish color wiring here, or the connector, this is going to go to the new flex fuel. That's the sensor for the ethanol content. Mm-hmm. And this one would go if you have the Delta P fuel pressure sensor. All right. Everybody, I want you to understand something. This connector, I don't have the flex fuel sensor. That does not come with the supplemental harness, okay? That does not come with the supplemental harness. So you have to buy that separately, okay? So I hope everybody understands that. John, on the other end of this huge harness, I have more wires. Right.
Where do these go?
So make sure I'm looking at the right thing here. These are all going to go into the transmission harness on the the connector for the transmission on the EFI harness. That means the harness that you previously purchased and is already in your vehicle. So there's a plug in the car that has a bunch of empty spots in it right now. These are going to go into those spots. At least in my car, some of them also had to move from one position to another. I'm not sure if the 5-liter motors have to move as well, but I had to move a couple, and then the rest of these are going to go in there. And then this is your new transmission harness that goes from the EFI harness down to the transmission. This will plug in on this side. So these aren't going in over here. These are going to go in the harness that's already in the car, and then this plugs in over here. All
right, just so everyone understands, I thought they went over here. Because, you know, I was in my basement, you know, down in my little workshop, and I didn't read the instructions. And John, you know, made sure he pointed out to me they don't go in here. So again, read the instructions. All right, everybody.
Make sure it's clear here. This is a separate harness we're talking about.
Yes.
This is the transmission harness. It might look like it's all one with that, but this is separate.
All
That's
right.
the transmission harness, and these wires are in the supplemental EFI harness.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Everybody, maybe next week I'll put this thing in. All right. Until the next video. Thank you.